Alright, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Token Talk, the evening edition for January 19th. So, tonight we're going to be talking a little bit about a token. It's a Conder token, and I used to have one of these in my collection that I got back in 2017. The one that I had was in a lot worse condition than the picture I'm going to show you tonight, but it's pretty cool. I've kind of had Conder tokens on the brain lately after doing the Cronbane, and then I'm thinking to myself, what other Conder tokens did I have? So I may end up making videos on all the ones that I used to have. I don't have them anymore. I sold off, basically all my tokens back in I think it was like 2017 or 2018, something like that. But I can still remember most of them, And the more that I sort of think about the old Conder tokens, it's like, oh yeah, I remember, I used to have this one and that one. So without further ado, I'll let you feast your eyes upon this for a moment. So, the first thing that I want to say here is, I think this is probably two different coins. I could be wrong on that, but to have such a difference in patina is kind of odd. But this is just a stock photo from Numista. But so let's study this a little bit here for a moment. On the left there, that's the front. So I think that's the first image I ever saw of this. It's East India House. It's like, that's, pretty cool. That building there, I don't really know exactly what that is. I'm not sure if there was an actual house or building called East India House, but to me it just looks like a big old building or like some type of government building or something. It's got those big columns there out at the front. It looks like it has a gate. It just looks like this old English or European building to me. It's pretty cool, And on the back, it just says halfpenny. You got some animals there. We'll get into what those are, but I guess the one in the middle kind of looks like a camel, maybe. You got like a little coat of arms emblem beneath that. And I think that says God grant peace, maybe. And then 1793. But it's a pretty cool design on the back. I think the one I had, I could barely even see most of that on the back, but the reason I ended up getting the one I had back in 2017 is because it was relatively cheap, But again, that's because it was in bad condition. So I'm going to go over to Numista now and read all the details on this. So this is listed as a halfpenny Yorkshire Huddersfield East India House. Alright, for the features we have country is United Kingdom, type is token, years 1792, 1793, value is halfpenny, currency is Conder tokens, 1787 to 1797. Composition is copper. Weight 8.53 grams. Diameter 27.4 millimeters. Thickness 1.7 millimeters. Alright, so then on the obverse it says East India House. The Leadenhall Street frontage. Legend around. So that makes me think that this was a real building, which is pretty cool. I'll have to do some more research on that. Lettering, East India House, engraver Arnold. Interesting. Alright, so on the reverse we have coat of arms of the Worshipful Company of Grocers. A shield with 6 carnation buds, 2 griffins on the sides, and a camel with 2 bales of carnations at the top. I'm not really seeing the carnation stuff, but I mean, it's pretty cool that those 2 animals on the left and right of that coat of arms are griffins. I mean, griffins are like a mythological animal. So that's kind of cool. That's what those are, you know. I'm just going to look that up on Wikipedia here real quick and see what the definition is of that. Yeah, legendary creature with the body, tail, and back legs of a lion, the head and wings of an eagle. Huh. So it's like a hybrid animal between a lion and an eagle. History. Representation of griffin-like hybrids dating back to before 3000 BC. So that's a very old mythological animal, which is pretty cool. I don't think I really knew what those were when I had this token before. I think I probably thought they were just, I don't know. I don't think I could really see the back of my token good enough to really know what those were, but anyways, it's a little history on that. And back to Numista lettering, halfpenny, God Grant Grace, 1793, engraver Arnold. Edge lettering, and this is saying payable at John Downing's Huddersfield. Now, I can't remember if mine had edge lettering or not. I don't think it did. And there's a note here too that says varieties exist. So there's some different varieties of this token floating around. Interesting. There's some comments here. Let's take a look. It doesn't really say anything too interesting. It lists a couple different variations in the edge lettering, but yeah, I don't really see this token come up on eBay too much anymore. I mean, I haven't seen this in a long time, but I mean, I'm pretty sure I've seen it, once in a while. I'll see it on eBay, but it's not like super common on eBay, I don't think, But it's an interesting Conder token, I got to do some more research. Actually, you know what? I'm going to just look up East India House real quick and see if that comes up with anything. East India House, Great Britain. Let's see if that brings up a search result here. Really? East India House was the London headquarters of the East India Company, from which much of British India was governed until the British government took control of the company's possessions in India in 1858. It was located in Leadenhall Street in the City of London. So that's what Numista says. Leadenhall Street frontage. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Let's see here. Does it say when this was built? Old East India House and New East India House. When's this token from? 17. Oh, 1793. So let's take a look here. Okay. There's a picture here on Wikipedia that basically looks exactly like this token. And it says East India House, Leadenhall Street frontage, as rebuilt by Theodore Jacobson in 1726 to 29. And this is like an engraving by somebody named T. Simpson, 1766. So, yeah, it looks like it was the frontage was rebuilt in the 1720s, I guess, but it looks like that was what was depicted on this token. Interesting. Very interesting. I mean, that's kind of what I figured, and I mean, that makes sense, you know. Knowing what we know about Conder tokens, a lot of times they would depict sort of famous places or whatever, but that's cool. I don't think I ever did all this research on this back when I had this token, so that's a plus. Yeah, that's interesting. Cool. All right. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Token Talk. I hope you found this informative, and I hope that you're learning a lot about Conder tokens. So have a great night, everybody. Take it easy.